Good morning. What is up, everybody? Let's see. Some interesting news, but I mean, kind of more of the same. Everything kind of is the same. But we got some cool artwork that we did get, and that's not the same. There's a really good drop coming. For those of you NBA Top Shots, everybody knows, I'm guessing that there's a drop today at noon Pacific time for one of the Cool Cats packs, which they're okay. It wasn't anything special. I think it's 5 moments. It's $14. I'll probably get it because it's cheap. If it was expensive or if it had good stuff in it, there'd be no way. I'm quickly tiring of NBA Top Shots. I'm tired of being in a lottery all the time and all this kind of crap. I'm pretty much over it. I'm going to stick with art because art is cool to look at. And if we're being honest, I don't really care about Top Shots. I just kind of flip them. So we'll see. Maybe I'm just sour because of the 9 drops. No, 9, 10, 11. Of the 11 drops, I've gotten 2 packs. So, yeah. And one of those was only because they did basically a lottery thing where they gave everybody, not a lottery, a mailing thing where you just subscribed and said, I want the pack, and then they gave you the pack like a few weeks later. So I've really only actually gotten 1 pack naturally through their little system. So I'm kind of over it. But the NFT space and artwork, I am not over. And we got some cool stuff this weekend. So I'm going to show you that stuff when we get back, including the Wabbit by Jonathan Thunder, who's really cool artist. He does some really neat stuff. One of his pieces is far too expensive for me to grab, but I want it, but I can't have it. Okay, let me say hello to Scott. What is up? Good morning to you, sir. And expat Matt. Jeffrey, what up? JJ, Joe Fernandez, ¿Qué onda? Al Greco in the house. Bobby, P. Kelly. Uh-oh, it just jumped up. Hold on. All right, Tony Stark, Biotech Breakout, getting money. Brady, of course. What's up? Hits NDC. Yeah, NBA Top Shots. I'm kind of over it. Nico, what up? Fishing Magician, what's going on? Barno, Dogecoin to $1. What up? And we've got Michael Murphy across the pond. Just grabbed and flipped to Joe Thunder. Oh, did you? Which one did you flip? Did you flip the rabbit or did you flip the bear? I'm going to keep those, but we bought one to flip and we bought a set to keep because they were under 100, both of them, under 100 issued. So that's kind of cool. Melissa, man, I can't stop it. You guys get those calls and it says spam on it. You think your phone would just block those. Nesh, what's going on? Garth, Hoop and Tony. Okay, wait, I got to get this right. Melisizwe Fikeni. Let me see if I got that. You tell me if I got that. Melisizwe Fikeni. First time live. Well, good. Welcome from Joburg. Welcome from Joburg, Mutt. Let's see. I had a friend of mine who was he was bush police in Namibia, but he spent a lot of time in Joburg. Who knows what the bush police do? It's probably nothing good. He was kind of a sketchy individual, to be honest. Okay, the bear. Oh, you flipped the bear. Interesting. For 600. Yeah, you know the rabbits are already going for the minimum is like 2,000 now, I think. So that's kind of cool. So that's this wabbit. This wabbit right here. Finally got into ADA. Oh, nice. Tube that pipeline. What's going on? Dogecoin to $1 says grandma's calling for new black tar. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, over on Theta TV, we have a nice little group. We have Cabeza de Termo, Bimps, Scorpion, Joe Pilot, Philippe, Beartail, CC Brown, Veritax, Generic Bomb. Ooh, I like that. Stress Relief, of course. Sniper Princess, AJD126, JR80, Belinda Cook, Baykeeper, Wood HK. What up? SJO Theta TV. Harmony 1 has been on fire this month. Yeah, Harmony's moving pretty good. I'm still not kind of interested in it, but it's moving. So listen, just because I don't like something, you can make a lot of money. Don't listen to what I say. Just, do your research, man. Do some research, man. Big A and J, what's going on? Chris Cam, what's going on? And then over here, let me see. Bitcoin Candy, Tiffany, Patsy Green. Hello, hello, hello. And obviously, Antonio, good morning. Dwight, good morning. Lance, Thomas, Mark, Justin, of course, Corbin James. Sade, Bobby, Rona, Cutter, Alan, Cassandra, Jeremy, you lucky son of a... Ryan, Liv, Victoria, Victor. Oh, that's cool. Victoria, Victor. I have Victor and Victoria, the artwork. I'll show you in a second. And Jay. All right, so we got everybody pretty much taken care of. Don't mind the other channel that's conveniently called Crypto and Coffee at the exact same time with all of the Celsius peeps. Don't mind that one. Oh, man. Let me tell you what Clubhouse will do. Clubhouse will either make you tired because you never get off of it, or it'll make you a maximalist. You got to be careful. Don't let the maximalist juices. Are we celebrating V-Chain at an all-time high? Man, we're celebrating everything. Let's see. Got to hit both platforms. Nice, Theta. Theta has been slow. There's a weird kind of latency, but they'll figure it out. But their token's not slow. Jesus. Beach Girl, what's going on? Indian Gamer, what's going on? Okay. Let me talk to you about the art we got, and then we're going to get into some crypto IQ, some 101, some basics. We're going to talk pricing, but we're going to talk common sense, not to throw too much money into any one thing. We're going to talk about all these little things floating around, and I will try to answer your questions to the worst of my abilities. So this is Kill the Rabbit. So on Saturday, there was a drop by Jonathan Thunder, who's this really cool artist. He's kind of well known, but he's really good. And he has these really cool, his artwork is kind of this, there's a whole story in his artwork. That's essentially how it works. Anyway, I like his stuff. And my rule, Alex and I, the way we move, the way we perform in the art world is we buy stuff that we think we like, we would be willing to hold, and that there may be a chance for anywhere from a 5 to a 10x on it. That's kind of how we look at artwork for us. This one in particular is really cool. So it's Kill the Rabbit. Let me roll up here. So it was released. This is his first release as part of the Vignettes Open Edition. Kind of cool. And this is numbered. So here, if you guys are ever looking, when you want to look at a piece of art on Nifty Gateway and you want to check what the number issuance was, if it's an open edition. Emmanuel, what's going on? Ella Paul, what up? You can look all the way down here. Underneath the contract address, there's a serial number. The last 3 of the serial number gives you the actual number. See, the edition size, it was a total of 9,999 if they had sold that many. They only sold about, I think of this one, 97. Of the other one, like 80 something. So there's less than 100 of these, and this is number 37. So that's a way you can check what the prices are. The original price was $999. The average sale is $1,850. The last sale is $2,100. So if I want, I can go sell this probably right now for $1,900. Be done with it. Put almost $1,000 in my pocket. But that's not really what I'm not here to make $1,000. I'm here to grab pieces of art that I like. And if someone's willing to offer me 10 times what I paid, I'm willing to part ways. I'm willing to part ways with that. So that's kind of where I'm at. Anyway, that's how you can kind of read. And that's the contract address. You'll notice the 0x. Why? Because these are Ethereum based. But there's going to be a lot of competition in the in the space as far as where and who is listing non-fungible tokens, whether they come from Dapper Labs, which is through Flow, whether they come from Cardano, whether they come from Polkadot, whether they come from Near. Okay. So good. Let's see. Is anybody else having trouble with volume? Never mind. Fair play. Okay. Let's look at the other one in this edition that he launched. This is Honey Bear goes to White Castle. I'm not a super big fan of this one. It's kind of cutesy and whatever. But what I do like about it is it's the other one of his pair, and this is number 46. So I have number 37 and number 46. And again, on this one, there was less. So this is the same thing. This one was 1,200. So here's how you can check the price. Original price, 1,200. Average price is 1,725. Last sale was 1,750. So I'm trying to put pairs and sets together because I like sets. So that's kind of where I'm at. So that's what I got Saturday. I also bought a Matt Gondek. This is cool. It's 118 of 431 total. The thing that it's cool about this, he's releasing 3 of these, and they're these cool, creepy kind of cartoon scenarios, right? See if I can get a bigger one. Can we hear it? Oh, okay. So the thing that's cool is if you get, can you guys see that? Let me make sure you guys, yeah. Okay. If you get, he's releasing 3. If you get all 3, he has a secret one, basically, that he's releasing for everyone else. Pretty cool, right? JR, good question. So copyright question. Well, no one really knows. The reason is, since these are derivatives of existing work, no one's really sure how this whole copyright thing is actually functioning. I think this will all eventually reach various degrees of litigation. Probably if something sells for a couple $1,000, no big deal. But if something sells for 200,000, 300,000, 500,000, a couple million, kind of like some of the Beeples, if you have a situation like that, you could definitely see you can't really go after the people that own the artwork, but you could go after the artists. You could probably go after the exchanges to an extent, I guess, if they didn't do their due diligence. I'm not sure how that works, to be honest with you. I am not sure. So anyway, so of this Gondek, if you get 3, there's one that won't be available that you'll get. And my guess is having that set of 4 will be super valuable. So this is number 118, and you can check again to make sure that the number is correct. You go look at the serial number. Yes. Look at the last 3. It is 118. We know it's an Ethereum-based asset. The original price was 2,500. Average sales 2,600. Last sales 1,900. Why is that? Well, it's very interesting. Sometimes people panic. They buy stuff they can't afford because they're looking to flip, and they panic out of it. So if you see the average sales 2,600 and the last sales 1,900, you could take advantage of that. Why? Well, I was the last sale. I bought this for 1,900. So I just took advantage of somebody that had a relatively low number that looked like they had to pay rent. And so, yeah, I guess I helped them pay rent. So that's that one. The other one we got, oh, this is what I'm really proud of. Boom. So this is one of my favorites. This is one of the cooler pieces of art that I've seen. And I love it. And so this is Fuocious. For anybody that doesn't know, this dude's top stuff. This is number 41 of 793. It's a series of 2. I'm waiting for someone to get broke and sell me the other one. The problem is the second one in the series is the minimum is 18,000. So I'm kind of holding off on that for now. You see? So yeah. And again, you check it's a Ethereum token. It's number 41. You can check the serial number. Yeah. So the average price is, they bought these at 1,111. Average sales 31. The last sale was 53. I bought this one for 6K, which I thought was a pretty good deal for number 41. And I've got it listed for 110,000. For anybody who wants it, I'm accepting offers. But if you want this one, it's 110 racks. All right. Okay, cool. So that's the art heads up. Let's go ahead and officially get this shindig going. We'll talk some cryptos, and we will be right back. Okay. The Bitcoin. How we doing? We're at 57,165. It took a stab at 60K over the weekend. Didn't quite get it done. Ivan, what up, buddy? It didn't quite get it done. And you know what? That's okay. I'm not a big fan of weekends where Bitcoin goes on a run and then on Monday there's a big reset and everybody gets kicked right in the nuts. I like it when it's a little bit quieter. Eli Allah, what's going on? Phil, what up? Don't drive in oncoming traffic, Phil. That is counterproductive. All right. Let's see. SGB 53, VTTV. Oh my God. Stop. Yeah, decline, man. Decline. Okay. Whew. All right. Mark, what's going on, Mark? Crypto, Vixen, McNabb, Lupino, Gordon. I think we got everybody. We got the whole team. Take you. Patrick King, what's up? Okay. All right. Now we're official. So as we move forward, the Bitcoin is at 57,152. If you're selling puts against this, I like the anything 54 and below. If you want to really be safe and you're on Deribit and there's tons of liquidity, you sell the 52, the 50, the 48. Good range. Safe. Real quick, Veritax. And let me see. Oh, we had this system, right? Where I'm learning, right? Basically, I take the question that someone asks, I copy it, and I post it as a comment, and then let's see if this works. Bam. Okay, I just got to put some space there. Anyway, Veritag, several articles this weekend on the pi number and golden ratio predicting Bitcoin's top. I'm not sure it's forward-looking metric, though. Yeah, let me tell you, technical analysis. I want everyone to say this. So let's say it together. Technical analysis does not work in crypto. All right, just say it to yourself. Technical analysis does not work in crypto. It has never worked in crypto. It backtests about 50. No, sorry. Flipping a coin backtests 50%. Technical analysis in crypto backtests slightly below 30%. What that means, for those of you that don't like numbers, and this is the wrong space if you don't like numbers, is that you have a 1 in 3 chance of using technical analysis with all of its tools, the Fibonacci retracements, the lines, the Bollinger Bands, the MACDs, right? Your 200-day, your golden cross, all this shit. It's 30% effective, meaning it's 60% less effective. It's 40% less effective than flipping a fucking coin. Do you understand? You can flip a coin and it's more effective than technical analysis. So those of you that are using technical analysis, I wish you the best of luck. I would add, if you're using good technical analysis, please also get a Ouija board. Ouija boards are great for contacting dead relatives or technical analysis. Yeah, that's right. 30% of the time, it works every time. Okay, Niners, good to see you. Sylvia, good to see you. Garth, good to see you. Let's see, what happened to the profit open Leroy made for you? Profit open. What is open? Getting money. Tighten up your question so I understand what you're asking. Okay. Yes, TA does not work in crypto. Good. We said it. We got it. The reason I want you guys to really kind of dial this in is because a lot of people believe that technical analysis is this panacea. They don't have to do work anymore. They can just learn some lines and some curves and stuff. Never mind. This is a fake live. Oh, okay. It's not real live, everyone. He's found us out. This is fake. It's so good that I knew this comment was coming, and I knew at exactly this moment it was time to go into a montage about fake live. All right. So for the livers, fake news. That's right. It's fake news. Do I have that button? Do I have the fake news button? I think that's the fake news one. Is it? No, that's the music one. Which one's fake news? One of these is fake news. It's really cool. Anyway, okay. Okay, so back to the fun. The song at the beginning. You take it. Oh, it's the profit one. That's right. Here's the thing. When I do this show and I make it available, and I'm gonna experiment with this, when I make it available for the people on Clubhouse, I don't hear the audio that the soundboard hears. I don't have any clue what it's doing. I'm just guessing. The only way, well, I'm gonna try to find a way to hook my phone up directly where it hears all of the audio. We're gonna work on this. We're gonna experiment. Antonio and I will figure this out, hopefully by tomorrow. Okay. So now that you know the future, does TA work now? Well, TA works when you know the future, because that's the TA. Okay. So Bitcoin is in a range, but listen, if you'll notice, go look at the weeks, don't look at the days, and then go and look at the months. And as you scroll back, remember, only 6 months ago, we were about, somewhere between 8,000 and 11,000. We were kind of wobbling back and forth. And so I would urge you to keep in mind that we keep melting up. And that gets back to the greater question of, is this a bull market or are these network effects? Network effects. If you're looking at this as a bull market, looking for little tops and little bottoms and the bull and the bears and the treasure. I love these dumbass articles on Cointelegraph where they tell you, where the guy goes, I'll give you 3 reasons why Bitcoin didn't break through 60K. You're like, what? 3 reasons? You dickbag. And it's all this made up crap. And all they do is they go to CNBC and they copy and paste other BS articles that are on CNBC that talk about, this is the 4 reasons why the dollar is weak. It's because this, no, dummy. There's thousands and thousands of reasons, tons of traders and inputs. And this is a very complex, I don't think humans have the cognitive capacity to understand these markets on the tiny, tiny, tiny little micro scale, right? I think until we have some really badass AI, and I have a token in the bottom of this list that I'm going to show you in a little while. I'm going to let you in on I'm going to tickle some taints today with a new asset that you might be interested in. But you're not allowed to buy it until Friday because I need some time to move some things around because I want it. And I might even tell you where to get it, or I might not. Okay, but it is an AI-based play. Okay, so I love AGI, Ben Gortzel, but there's another one, and it's very tasty. And I will welcome you to it, but we're not there yet. Ethereum, 1778. It's been flirting with 1800. You'll notice both Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're down like less than a point. That's nothing. These are tiny little vacillations. Anything less than 5%, it's not really movement. Cool. Cardano, it's down 3%. It's at $1.18. All quiet on the Western front. My guess is it starts to get really pumpy on Wednesday, approaching Thursday, because Cardano 360 is coming. And Charles has all but promised to announce a bunch of potential partnership agreements, or at least they will as they do their 360 event. So my guess is it's going to get real pumpy, and we probably get back towards 135, 140, starts getting delicious, and we'll get some clarity on when Alonzo is rolling out. My guess is end of April, early May. They're not going to rush code, period. It'll frustrate you. It'll anger you. It'll stress you out. They're not rushing code. It is what it is. They ain't rushing. Nie po-ruski. Okay, so could that, slowly grind the price down? Maybe, but if they're taking on a bunch of new partners, they start doing some partnership announcements, I'm thinking the price is mostly going to be flat to up. So I think you could see Club ADD, what's going on? I'm thinking you could see it melt up into the right slowly and probably get back into the 130s and may hold that. We'll see. If it got below $1, I would buy. If it got above $1.50 right now, I would probably take some profit. And this gets into the greater story of taking profit. You have to determine where is your exit for at least your original investment. Now, I was in the crypto space because I believe we're dealing with network effects. I am a 10x take 20 type of person. You say, what the hell is he talking about? Well, I have a rule. It's 10x take 20. When asset N, whatever your asset is, reaches a 10x, 1,000% increase in your DCA price, that's your average price that you dollar cost averaged into, you will immediately sell 20% of your total allocation. This ensures a 100% return on investment. Now, you can take a bigger chunk or a smaller chunk at a 5x. And you can kind of do the same thing. So at a 10x, when you take 20%, that's the same thing as at a 5x, okay, pulling your original investment back off the table, okay? 5x taking 10%. So you're still taking your original investment. The difference is with a 10x, that's a much bigger pile. So you're taking your investment times 2, obviously, right? A 10x is 2 5x's. So you've got to do what makes sense to you. I would probably urge you not, I'm not taking profit less than a 5x ever. Period. Don't matter. Don't nothing. But you've got to do what makes sense for you. And you got to feel comfortable about it. And then as I continue on, every 2x after that, I take 10%. So when your asset doubles in value, 200% increase from your last sale, you sell 10% of your total remaining allocation. This ensures a continual, gradual 180% return on investment into perpetuity, and you never run out of the asset. If every time it doubles, you take 10%, and then it doubles, you take 10%, it doubles, you take 10%, you'll always have some of this asset left. You're never completely out. Jehoshaphat, what's going on? So, but you got to have a system, something. So have some system. All right, Tiffany asks, Bill, what's going on? We talked a lot about this, but what if you have been holding less than 1 year for the 10X? If you have a 10X in something, I would take 20% off the table. Listen, that covers your tax burden. Well, doesn't quite. Well, remember, you're only getting charged tax on the amount that you sell. You're not getting charged on the asset you hold. When you sell, your tax burden is your tax burden. In that case, it would be 30% of that chunk. But you know what? You still got your original investment back out. Times extra. You got your original investment times extra, and you have a free position. Free. What's my favorite number? 1, 2, free. Take the free position, right? And then you can sleep at night. I did that recently with, when we get to it, but I think I did it with Engine. When Engine was 280, I scraped off 20%. That's what I used to build my AGI position. So I basically got my original back, put it in Bitcoin. I took the other part of it and put it in AGI. So I have a free position in AGI. Super cool. Budanani, what's going on? Steel Rain, what's up? Campbell Soup Kids, what's going on? Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Okay, let's go on. XRP and Theta. I don't understand why XRP goes up. But listen, I'm not a hater. I hope you're making money. If you own it, you have bigger cojones than I do. I think it is pretty dumb to own it. But hey, I want you to make money. And if you're holding it and you're making money, that is great. Hi, 8125. What is going on? I hope you enjoy all of the nonsense we have here. We're full of nonsense, but you know what? We make a lot of money off this nonsense. Okay. Polkadot. Polkadot's interesting to me. Polkadot touched 40. Hey, what's going on? Hi, what's going on, Kyle? Have you looked into CKB? I have not, man. I do apologize. I haven't looked into it. I was digging into some traditional finance this weekend. This was a legacy finance weekend for me, brother. I'm just looking at Fed funds, and I'm looking at repo and seeing if there's going to be another repo rumble and what negative interest rates mean in terms of where money gets allocated, and does the repo market flip where they're starting to hunt for treasuries rather than where basically in repo, in the dollar funding markets, either cash is king or collateral is king. When collateral becomes king because, funding rates go negative, you have negative interest rates, collateral becomes king. That's actually the reason some of those funding rates can go negative, is because collateral becomes king. The problem is when collateral is wanted and wanted and wanted, it takes on a premium. The sellers basically become the buyers become the sellers. And then you start getting this rehypothecation nonsense where a bunch of different facilities borrow assets but claim that they're on their balance sheet. It gets real sticky. It gets quite sticky. Oh, nice, man. Kyle, I'm glad you're making money off that bad boy. Okay. Garth, the market's too crazy to wait a whole year. Yeah, so I agree. So if you have a 10x in anything, take 20% off the table. Take 20% off the table if you got a 10x. Don't be foolish. Don't give it back. All sorts of people got rich in 2017. All sorts of people got broke in 2018. Diamond hands. You know what diamond hands did? It made you broke, dummies. Diamond hands. Get off the gas. There's no such thing as paper hands. There's no such thing as diamond hands. Take a profit. Okay? Put it in Bitcoin. Put it back in your bank account. Put it in your back pocket. Whatever. Put it in new assets. Take profit off the table. Don't start getting caught up in the hype and the legend and the myth. You think I haven't taken profit on Cardano? You crazy. I absolutely have. When Cardano was $1.36, this is the first time it hit $1.36 a few weeks ago. I absolutely took profit. Do I believe it's going to $2, $3, $10? Yeah. But are there higher velocity assets? Also, yeah. Common sense. Okay. You want to be in the higher velocity assets with some percentage of your portfolio. But remember, there may be more risk associated with that. So be careful. Okay. You'll notice Lumens. Where did Lumens got supplanted by Theta, which is $10.62, 10 spot 62. It's up 20% on the day, 53% on the week, 189% on the month, 15,000% on the year. I will tell you what, Theta is making a serious run. It's got a 10 billion market cap. At a certain point, you got to start to wonder how far this bad boy can go. I don't know. I mean, I took a lot of profit. So I got into Theta around two something. I'd have to look, but it was 2 something. I actually took profit in the 7s a little bit. I think I took 10% off the table. But I haven't touched it since. I'm going to let it run. Listen, I mean, this is a cool platform. They're doing a lot of things. This thing could keep going. There's really nothing. Who are they competing with? Nobody. And I'm going to show you another token that's really got no competition either. You guys remember Audius. We're going to get there. We're not there yet. We'll get there. Let us continue. Galatia, what's going on? We're moving up. We're moving up. Okay. Theta is at the top of the list. Let's go to XLM. Who cares? It's up 2%, but who cares? I think all those bridge assets are just pointless. XRP, whatever. It's cool if you like it, but it's useless, dude. Okay. VeChain. VeChain's doing pretty good. VeChain is at 9.7 US pennies, right? $0.097622. Market cap is $6 billion. It keeps climbing. I thought it was going to climb more last week. I think I had guessed wrongly because none of us know the future. Kevin Broadway, what's going on? I had guessed wrongly. I had said I thought 10 to 15 cents last week. Clearly, I was wrong. It got close to 10 cents, but it's been kind of floating around right there. It's up 6% on the day, 28% on the 7-day. It's up 73% on the 30-day, 3,300% on the year. Am I a seller of VeChain? Almost. I hit my 20% mark at, I might already be there. I have to check. I'm under $1. I'm under a penny. When I got it under a penny. But because I was dollar cost averaging, I think my dollar cost average price is actually like a penny and a half. Meaning I think I'm still not at my 10x when I count all my purchases. Although anyway, it doesn't matter until about 15 cents or 14 cents. So I'm going to ride it out. I'm going to stick it out. Cosmos stayed above 20 bucks. Cool. It gave up a little over the last 30 days. It's down a little bit. It's down 12% on the 30-day, flat on the day, flat on the week. It's up 900% on the year. Pretty good. Engine's having a little trouble lately. Now, the 30-day, it's up 300%. That's not troubling. Just really been the last week. It dropped. It gave about 25% back. It was getting close to $3. Do I see VeChain rallying more? Yes, because VeChain is becoming a token that people are buying into emotionally. And although that's flawed thinking, and we all know that's cognitive bias and it's wrong-minded, but when you see a community getting emotionally involved in a token, like the Doge, there's a bunch of people that are emotionally attached to that token. It doesn't matter what you tell them, like XRP, right? Why is XRP going up? Because people keep buying it. Why? Has anything changed in the legal situation? No. Doesn't matter. Don't discount the value of community. And so there is a pretty strong community with VeChain, and they seem vigilant and they keep buying. There's also doing some upgrades to VeChain. My guess is it melts up a little bit and then starts to quiet down because I'm guessing that those upgrades don't amount to a whole lot, me personally. So we'll see. Is it the right time to get into VeChain? I mean, it's a 6 billion market cap, and they're not really pushing a lot of transactions. They have a lot of volume, but it's just people trading the token. There's not a lot actually happening with all these partnerships on VeChain. So my advice would be wait. My advice would be wait on it to come back down. It probably does come back down 5, 6, 7 cents. Or it goes straight up and to the right because it has a completely compliant group of rubes that follow it and are afraid to ever sell. So I don't know. Let's see. Bill asks, Nick, what is this chart you use here? Can you post a link for it? I don't use charts, man. There's no charts. What is now this price chart? This is Live Coin Watch. And I believe, let me get that link for you. Oh, it's easy. livecoinwatch.com. That's it. And I like it because it's got the cool little pictures and stuff like that. The only thing is it seems to be wrong about the market cap for NEAR. It's statistically wrong about NEAR's market cap, but for all the other ones, it seems to be just fine. Crypto Vixen, what's up? Let's see. You can play the game Age of Rust and actually find the engine token and treasure chest. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue on down the list. So engine, it's had some price problems lately, but you know what? It's up a 30x on the year and almost 300% on the month. So as long as you're a long-term thinker, you want to probably hold this token. Also, to me, this is like Graph token, where it sits in between dApps and protocol layers. This is a token that's going to get utilized. And oh yeah, that's a good point, Crypto Gamer. Great point. Is Crypto Gamer says Engine's new game Age of Rust is launching. Crypto gaming with NFTs is finally here with a badass game to play. Remember, Engine is the same team that made World of Warcraft. And you know there were a crap load of people that played World of Warcraft. Leon, what's going on? Joseph, let's see. Looking at Gala, Wall Street Journal article featuring them in the land NFT space. Interesting. Okay. Picks and shovels, peeps. You buy the infrastructure, whatever dApps float around and get laid on top, you win also. But if you buy the infrastructure, you're beneath all of that. The guy, I forget what his name is, that went into McDonald's and basically stole the idea and then pushed the idea out. The guy that got really, really rich, he and his wife. But what got him really, really rich is that he bought all the land and leased it. And the people that had McDonald's franchises had to rent from him. They had to lease the land, the real estate. That's what actually made him uber wealthy, was the real estate play. And I forget the guy's name, but Michael Keaton played him in the movie, which was great, because I did not know that story. Okay, let's keep going. Graph token. Graph token has been quiet as of late, but it's down but not out. It got as high as almost $3. It's been flat on the day, flat on the week, down 30% on the month, but it is up. It started its run around 12 cents. Ray Kroc, good grab, Al. Good grab, Scorpion. Good grab, JJ. I don't know the spelling, but yes. Maybe it's CR. I don't know. What a cool name. If you're, wait a minute, Kroc. Ah, shit. That's a bad name. I digress. Full-blown project ready for launch. Let's see. Check out Ultra. I don't know. God, there's so many. You guys realize there's almost 9,000 tokens, right? There's no way to keep track of all this stuff. Graph token. It sits in between layer 1, layer 2, indexing servers. So it's not an infrastructure play, but it's a picks and shovels play because it does sit underneath dApps. It makes life easier for developers, and I think that's incredibly important. And so it has a tiny, 2 billion, pretty tiny market cap if you consider what they can offer for all these developers, especially as we move into this world of NFT. And you're going to be looking at all these different marketplaces and all these different protocols, and you want to index them in a meaningful way in your dApps. Graph token, the story is not over. I'm going to start buying again if it gets down to $1.25. If not, I'm going to hold my position. I've got a pretty big chunk of Graph. I'm not staking because they stole tokens from me, but the staking is good as long as you do your research and find a good staking pool. Okay. Mana. Mana is digital Earth. You burn it to create Earth in Decentraland. There's probably some value there. So it's up 35, almost 36x on the year. It's up 197% on the month, flat on the day, down a little bit on the week, down 8%, 8.5% on the week, but kind of a so what. This thing moved pretty hard, pretty fast. We'll see. TVK, okay, Terra Virtua Connect. They are kind of like Dapper Labs, which is Flow, but they have tons of really good marketing agreements, licensing agreements already in place. And that's incredibly valuable. So I look for them to make a big fat ass run later on. They're up 5% on the day, down 27% last week, but up 140% on the month. So as you can tell, their monthly performance has been great. I'm barely in this thing, but I'm adding. And what I'm doing is I'm adding about every 5 to 6 days, I add a little bit. Someone spent $300K to buy land on Decentraland. Yeah. People like Decentraland. Why not? It's fun. I heard some kids talking about it when I got shot up in, when I was playing Oculus. I was playing paintball. These kids shot me up. So they were like, we're going to build a thing and we're going to build a mausoleum to your dead body in Decentraland. I'm like, I'm going to kill all of you. I didn't, though. They continued to kill me all day, and I quit, sad and forlorn. All right. IOST, kind of a Chinese Ethereum, basically. Is it Ethereum? No. It doesn't crash all the time. But is it a lot like Ethereum? It's very much like Ethereum. Almost plagiaristically like Ethereum, but they have a lot of good partnerships and a tiny market cap. Two things I like. A lot of partnerships, tiny market cap. So I've got a little position, tiny. It's not even a 1%. It's a 0.5% position, because I don't know. I want exposure to it because it could blow up, because anything could happen. I just don't know. So yeah, it's a tiny little position. It's a lottery ticket, and it's probably money I lit on fire. I obtained it with profits from other assets. Okay, 1 inch. 1 inch is my little friend. It's my only friend in the DeFi space right now, until Bondly and some of those other products launch on Cardano after Alonzo, which is the third part of Goguen. So Goguen, the whole Goguen rollout is 3 software releases. Bop. The last one was the Mary hard fork. That was done. Alonzo will come when it comes. My guess is late April to May, but we'll have clarity on that in 3 days' time. So on Thursday with Cardano 360, they're going to give us all the goods. They're going to drop their pants, and we're going to know exactly what's going on. Okay. So I like 1 inch. It's rather complex, but it's cool. It's easy to use once you understand it. The staking is good. It fluctuates between, anywhere as low as 10% and as high as like 35%. It just depends on how many people are participating. Crypto Gamer. Yeah, audio. We're going to get to audio here real soon. Audio is doing super dope. Flow. If you like NFT, if you like NBA Top Shots, you like Flow. Flow, Dapper Labs, as you know, when you onboard, that is the platform underneath. That's the protocol layer underneath NBA Top Shots. This, to me, is incredibly undervalued. And at some point, real money is going to come in. They're going to see the success of NBA Top Shots. They're going to go after Flow. And I think this thing at a $691 million market cap is going to get bid to the effing moon. Also, real quick on 1 inch, 1 inch will list on Coinbase. They haven't announced it. It's a Coinbase venture. And other Coinbase projects like Maker, Graph Token, they're actually porting over, and they're going to use they're all going to use Near. So basically 1 inch, Maker. So basically, if you think about it, Coinbase is trying to create their own little ecosystem, with Near being the token, Near being the protocol, and all these other assets launching on it. So if Near is the protocol, 1 inch, no, reverse that. Near, yes, Coinbase Ventures. 1 inch, no. As far as I know, 1 inch is not Coinbase Ventures. 1 inch, it has a lot of big investors, but as far as I know, Coinbase Ventures is not one. However, the thought was that 1 inch might be porting over to Near. So we're not sure about that. We know that Maker has said they are coming over, and Graph Token is coming over to Near. Near should be higher on the list because Live Coin Watch misquotes the price of the market cap of Near. It's actually 1.8 billion, not 180 million. So anyway, it should be way higher on the list. Whatever. Okay, we got through Flow. Let's talk about FET. This is a little gift I'm going to give you. It was discovered by Leroy. That's right. Mr. Ware discovered this. So I was yammering on about, Leroy, man, we need to get AGI. We need to get AGI. We need to load up on AGI. And he says, all right, but let's dig deeper. Leroy digs deep. So he dug deeper. And what he found was, if you're going to have some AGI, let's get that whole space. So let's grab some fetch.ai, FET. It's at 71 cents. That's about where I bought it. It is, wait, where did I buy it? No. I bought it at 60 cents. I think I got it at 60 cents. So I'm up a little bit. Anyway, it's still super cheap. Look at that market cap. They're going to be doing all sorts of magical stuff. If you guys have heard about Fireblocks, which is going to be doing institutional custody, potentially BNY Mellon invested, among others. They raised 160 million. I mean, just ridiculous. So that's pretty cool. So if you know that that's the case, if you know that this company that's getting a lot of attention and they're taking on institutional money, there's a very good chance they're going to look deeper. So anyway, if you want kind of exposure to the AI space, two of the assets, not all of them, but two of them are AGI and FET, right? So Singularity Net and Fetch.ai. And the staking is pretty good with Fetch. So the staking is like 10%, which you're like, oh, that doesn't sound super great. However, and there's a 20-day lockup if you stake. But if you stake it through their platform, Fetch.ai, you can also set up and get rewards paid to you in MetalX, which is not here on this list because that is super, super secret. And I'm not even going to repeat it. Anyway, in order to get that, you have to do some deep underneath you have to go beneath hell to unearth that bad boy. But if you unearth it, you'll find a tiny market cap and a lot of potential. I like AI and I love financial AI. Let's see. Crypto Gamer said I got FET at 11 cents. Ooh, I like that. You're probably pretty happy right now, Crypto Gamer. You should be. Okay, let's talk audio. The only real competitor to Spotify. It's decentralized as they onboard new artists. This thing goes up and to the right. It's up, 41% today, almost 42%. It's up 30% on the week. It's up 350% on the month and probably up a gazillion. And listen, the market cap, if you guys want a play right now, audio at $1.95 still only has a market cap, if this is reported correctly, of 250 million. And I can't really find any decent competitors. So I don't know. You might want to look at this. You might want to give it a little bit deeper research. I'm staking it just to get it out of my hands. But anyway, there we go. Then we drop down to Near. Near is at $5.77. It's down 4% on the day, down 8% in the week, up 35% in the month. So not awful, not great, just kind of like wah, wah. It is a Coinbase venture, A16Z, Andreessen Horowitz. It will be at some point. I mean, it's Coinbase's version of Ethereum that actually does all the things that Ethereum is trying to do with scaling and all this kind of stuff and roll-ups. It already does it. It already does everything that Ethereum 2.0 endeavors to achieve. And if we're being honest, there's a good chance Ethereum 2.0 is never coming. Not in any meaningful time frame. Yeah, if it comes in a year, 18 months, it's kind of like, so what? If DOT and Cardano get out the door and if Near does some freaking marketing for a change, then I don't know. I don't think Ethereum's going to dust, but I definitely think there's going to be a lot of other options for people in the protocol layer, token issuance, smart contract, NFT space. And I would love to never use Ethereum ever again. It is such a dumpster fire. The fee structure is so awful. It's just the worst. It's the worst, dude. The worst. All right. Let's see. I found one, but it's microcap called Rocky. Is that Crypto Gamer? Is that another play like a Spotify type play? I'm guessing rock like music, or is that a play in the AI space? Okay, and then finally on the list, AGI, Singularity Net's 26 cents. It's been pretty quiet. I mean, very quiet. It is up 2,000% on the year, but it's still very, very quiet. So again, exposure to the AI space. We know AI is coming. We know it's coming in a meaningful way. I think you want exposure, and you got to figure out how to get it. Okay, cool. That covers that. There really wasn't any super dramatic news. The only thing I was going to show you, yes, there's going to be a pack drop. Packs, Cool Cats, I think, is coming out in 2 hours. Great. They're doing 75,000. which means I will get issued 85,000 because that's what I get because I never win any of these things. Are there any NFT drops coming this morning? Well, let's take a look. Let's look at the drops. I think they did announce some drops. Monday afternoon editions, an hour and 34 seconds away. We have, let's see, Lucho Paletti, Vantage, Nathan Riley. I don't think any of these things are super exciting from my perspective. This could be cool. I have to do some research and find out if these are desired artists. That's kind of cool. That's the laser eye crap. So maybe we'll take a look and see. But maybe this might be, let's see, this is an hour and 3 minutes. This one, okay, an hour and 30 minutes. So this is going to be first. So this is an open edition. This is, I'm wondering if this is a 1 of 1. So this is how we look. So we go, ooh, there's 21 of these. So this is a 1 of 1, the moving one. That's kind of cool. So let's take a look. Oh, click Nifty for audio. Let's see. In
the endless reaches of cyberspace, there once existed a planet known as crypto, a planet that glowed with an ever-changing sequence of code. There, civilization was far advanced, giving way to a group of cypherpunk scientists with an idea that could change the cyberverse forever. The cypherpunks developed decentralized technologies to the absolute peak of cryptographic perfection, on the verge of a breakthrough to free all cyber citizens from the clutches of the ruling hand and its evil henchmen, the piggy bankers and middlemen monitoring and profiting off every cyber transaction. There came a day when the ruling hand threatened to destroy Planet Crypto forever in its never-ending conquest for total cyber domination. The cypherpunks, sensing the approach of doom, gathered for a final feast to craft a plan to ensure the survival of their greatest invention, the culmination of centuries of cryptographic progress. By unanimous consensus, they concluded to send their newest member, young Satoshi Nakamoto, to bring this technology to planet Earth. Satoshi's father, Man Fox, and mother, Love Hash, placed the young Satoshi in a space pod, stepped back, and watched as it launched in the direction of Earth just before Planet Crypto exploded. Satoshi's pod flew through meme-studded cyberspace, passing the dankest of memes at incredible speed, landing safely on Earth with the cyberverse's only hope for freedom from the ruling hand's reign of terror. Satoshi was first adopted by Earth's very own cypherpunks, a small community of freedom-loving cryptographers. As the years went by, Satoshi grew to maturity and found himself possessed of amazing cryptographic powers. Faster than a run on the banks.
Anonymous's high-profile hackers succumbed to their forums.
More anonymous than anonymous. Destroyer of middlemen and protector of cyber freedom. Look, up in the sky, it's a rocket. It's a UFO. No, it's Super Satoshi.
So that whole thing, that entire thing is one NFT, if you can believe it. All that was one. Pretty cool, right? No. It doesn't want to stop. I can't make it stop. Let me go back. Make it stop. Okay, so that's a 1 of 1, the whole story thing. And then he has a original story poster, which is just the poster itself. There's 21 of those, and I'm guessing it's going to be silent auction. Minimum bid, 2,100. I don't know, man. That's kind of cool. And it's super crypto. That's a maybe. That's a good solid maybe. There's 21 of them. I don't know. I think we'll have to do some deeper research and find out if that one's going to be there. But then he has the other drop. So that's 21. That might be something to grab. His other stuff, let's see what he's got. Ooh, Jesus, this is a pretty big drop. Look at all these cards. So this is an open drop. Okay. What this is this is an open drop of all of the parts that made that story. Eesh, $451 for each one. It would be, there's 10, so let's be 400, so $4,500 gets you the whole set. I don't know. You know what? Alex and I are going to have a chat on that. I'm not just going to jump into that one just yet, but it is kind of cool. I might get the number 1 and the number 10 because those are actually really neat. But it's cool. You know, if you start playing around on Nifty Gateway, even if you're not into the artwork, listen, if you just like the art and you don't want to buy it, just take a screenshot. Collectors need to be understanding of the fact that that money is locked up. This isn't typically for quick flips. But if I were you, I would play around. And there's something that we're working on behind the scenes. I can't say anything yet. But we're doing something behind the scenes in the NFT space. That's all I will say for now. Oh, number 8 for Asia. Oh, that's a good idea. So basically on Nifty Gateway, you can check out these artists and kind of do some research, but I would also go out, look at their Twitter, make sure they got a good following. The same way you would do reconnaissance on any of these other assets, you do reconnaissance on the crypto stuff, which is the NFT stuff, because you want to look at the artist, make sure they have a community, make sure they have some good outreach, that they're pushing a lot of people over. You know, tomorrow, if you look at drops, tomorrow is Diplo. Diplo is doing a drop tomorrow. That's going to be pretty huge, in my opinion. So we'll see. All right, let's call it a day. Let me go back to here. Cool. We'll finish up with the Wabbit. Finish where we started. Kill the Wabbit. All right. Don't kill the Wabbit. Have a great day. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything. My poor, insolvent, drunk, strung out on meth. And, there was a new drug that someone had said. Anyway, you know, she's cranking it this morning. Grandma.